Although the name Secret Service lets us know straight away that we're talking about something that most people don't know about, there are some things that we've managed to learn over the years, mostly because of books that the Secret Service agents wrote, letting us know some of their experiences. In today's Top 10, we're going to see some of the most insane Secret Service tactics that you probably don't know about. Stay with us till the end because in the last listing, we'll play a little game. Number 1 is 10-minute medicine. The agents that are assigned to the Presidential Protection Division, otherwise known as PPD, are a branch of the Secret Service which is responsible for guarding the lives of the Commander-in-Chief and their family. The PPD agents are trained in what is called the 10-minute medicine in order to be able to keep the President alive in case of emergency until they reach a specialized medical center, which, by the way, should never be more than 10 minutes away when they travel. But apart from this, the agents have to carry bags of the President's blood with them when they travel in case a transfusion is needed. Over the top? We don't know. Number 2, an offer you can't refuse. Both the presidents and vice presidents, they don't have the ability to deny the Secret Service supervision when they take office. But that doesn't mean that they can't give orders to them. In fact, they can order the Secret Service to protect someone else. Although it's a fairly recent development, we saw that a lot of White House staff members had Secret Service protection at the behest of George W. Bush after the 9/11 attacks. Some of the duties might include accompanying children to school and even standing outside the classrooms until the lessons were over. Number 3, you'll never poop alone. When we say that the Secret Service agents follow the president wherever they go, well, we mean everywhere. That includes the doctor's office. Yep, even if it's a prostate exam. Just ask the Reagans. Or the bathroom. We kind of understand about the doctor's office because the doctor might prove to be an assassin or something. But the toilet? Is the poop really going to try to kill the president? And if so, what are the Secret Service agents going to do to stop it? Well, now that we've given you something lovely to think about, let's move on to the next one. Number 4, food poisoning is a threat they take seriously. You might think that only kings of the past had people testing food for them, but the president has these people too, and they're called the Secret Service. Part of their job description has been to constantly surveil the food preparation for the president and his family meals. So if you're a chef who wonders what it would be like to cook for the most powerful person on the planet, know you'll have to do it under the highly suspicious and watchful eyes of Secret Service agents. Even when the president travels, the people who prepare the food are Navy stewards who come along only for this. So if you want to share Grandma's secret recipe cookie to the president, know that they will not eat them. Number 5, working the rope. What is usually a nightmare for the Secret Service agents is when the president is out to meet with citizens. The citizens might stand behind a roped-off area, but there's plenty they can do to hurt the president if they want to, being in such close proximity. In order to minimize the threat, the agents must constantly scan for hands stuffed in pockets, sudden movements, or other signs of suspicious activity. Their sunglasses are for crowd scanning without tipping off a potential suspect that might see them staring them down like prey, and also to ward off any liquids that could be thrown in their direction. Sound stressful? Absolutely. Number 6, picking up new hobbies is a thing. It's not all about looking gloomy and ominous, though. The Secret Service agents can learn a lot while being the shadow of a president, and that includes learning new hobbies, since they have to always be with the president, like we said before. So, for example, if the president likes horseback riding, well, the agents have to learn to ride. Or if the president likes jogging, like Bill Clinton did, well, the agents have to escort him and keep up the pace. We're wondering what they would do, though, if a president liked to dress as a robot and roam around in the presidential garden, or play Dungeons and Dragons. Now, that might be a sight to see. Number 7, they get shot in order to prepare. We mean that they get shot with fake bullets, of course, but this is still a very painful experience to have to undergo, and not only once, but regularly. Usually their training goes like this. One agent stands in for the presidents, while the other agents try to navigate a threat. In order to make the simulation more effective, the training actually incorporates marking rounds or plastic bullets that leave a colored trace and a superficial wound. This is to make sure that the agents know where the president can be hit from any direction, so they can be prepared to protect him better in every situation possible. Number 8. Yes, they would take a bullet for the president. And in this case, we're not talking fake bullets. We're talking real ones that could kill them. Even though the popular belief that they swear an oath to die for the president has been debunked, the thing is, even if they never utter the sentence per se, they all understand that if the occasion rises, they would have to step in and save the president or their family, no matter what the cost would be for them. Number 9. The presidential limo is not just a limo. The presidential limo might look like any other limo, but we can assure you, it's not. It's more like something that came straight out of a James Bond movie than a normal limousine. It is a very heavily armored limo that's flat tire proof, bulletproof, and driven by agents with extensive experience in defensive driving. And when we say defensive driving, we don't only mean they can run fast to avoid danger. Oh no. The agents are trained to perform 180-degree turns in the event of either a roadblock or explosion. And both the limo and any other vehicles that the president and their agents used are serviced by a secret service garage, which makes modifications to commercial vehicles to make them more powerful and attack resistant. Number 10. They're hated by the hotel staff. Can you guess why? Well, pause the video and think about it. Now, let's see if you were correct. When the president travels, the Secret Service has a lot of things to take care of. They scout hotel destinations in an attempt to control a foreign environment, which can be tricky in many countries and situations. The hotel employees who will be in contact with the government entourage are subject to background checks, and if any of them has a criminal history, well, the hotel manager has to ask them not to come in that day. They'll also take over entire floors, both above and below the president, and command the elevators for their own private use. Technically, they take over the whole hotel. Well, there you have it for today. These were the top 10 most insane Secret Service tactics that we know about. We're sure there's even more insane tactics they follow, but fortunately or unfortunately, we'll probably never learn about them. Which one in particular did you find to be the craziest? Tell us in the comments, and don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel.